Every day, around our nation and around the world, at every airport, seaport, and land border, the men and women of U.S. Customs and Border Protection field operations are on the front lines, ensuring the physical and economic security of the United States. CBP Field Operations is one of 3 uniformed branches of U.S. Customs and Border Protection. As part of the Department of Homeland Security, CBP was established in response to the events of September 11, 2001. We witnessed the attack on our nation and responded, not out of fear, but with resolve and strength and a sense of mission. Today, that mission is to keep our nation secure, enforce our laws, and safeguard our global economic strength.
Every person and every product coming into the United States is subject to laws enforced by CBP.
We enforce the laws at every land port of entry, whether the traveler walks or rides across the border.
We enforce the laws at every seaport, on vessels large and small, whether the ship carries cargo or passengers.
And we enforce the laws at every airport that receives international flights, whether the aircraft carries people, packages, mail, or commercial cargo.
We defend our borders from terrorists, smugglers and traffickers, and other criminals, while making sure that legitimate travel and trade are safe, legal, and secure. In fact, CBP Field Operations enforces the laws and regulations of over 40 different agencies. Laws that cover product safety, public health, intellectual property rights, and fair trade practices. With the extraordinary growth of global trade, effective enforcement of these laws is vital to our country's security and critical to our nation's economic prosperity and global competitiveness. CBP collects tens of billions of dollars in duties at our ports of entry, providing a significant source of revenue for our nation's treasury. CBP Field Operations is a world-class law enforcement organization with more than 20,000 highly trained law enforcement officers and 2,400 agriculture specialists at more than 300 ports of entry in the United States and dozens of locations abroad. Working alongside them are hundreds of experienced specialists in such diverse disciplines as intelligence, import compliance, communications, technology, laboratory and scientific services, training, and human resources. CBP's job begins before passengers and cargo even get here. Our national targeting centers reach out worldwide to the points of origin, where people and goods begin their journey to our shores. On the passenger side, our targeting processes include working with the private sector travel industry and our international partners. We use advanced technologies, intelligence, data, biometrics, and sophisticated assessment methods to identify high-risk travelers prior to their departure and while en route to the United States. On the vast amount of international trade moving across our border, our multiple screening techniques target high-risk shipments for chemical, biological, radiological, conventional weapons, and explosives in all modes of transportation. We use X-ray imaging, radiation detection, and other state-of-the-art technologies. And the job goes on 24 hours a day, every day of the year.
On a typical day, CBP agriculture specialists seize thousands of prohibited animal and plant products and intercept hundreds of potentially devastating agricultural pests.
Whether it's a single apple in a carry-on bag or 300 boxes of cut flowers in a cargo shipment, we close the borders to pests, diseases, and potential sources of bioterrorism. We're on the job 24/7.
On a typical day, CBP secures the flow of more than 1 million travelers. Most are law-abiding. We ease the entry of trusted travelers into the U.S. using electronic passport verification and real-time biometrics. But some travelers are not law-abiding, and we root them out through the use of professional judgment, keen instincts, and the state-of-the-art technologies. In fact, CBP apprehends more people nationwide each year based on outstanding warrants than any other law enforcement agency in the country.
When you see our officers in blue, you will know that we are CBP Field Operations. protecting you against criminals and terrorists trying to enter our country.
When you drive or walk across the border.
When you get off your international flight or your cruise ship, we are there.
When you shop for consumer goods, CBP import specialists make sure that the products you buy are not counterfeit or unsafe. And CBP collects all the proper duties to help keep the engine of our economy running. We are CBP Field Operations, and we are there.
When drug traffickers try to smuggle in marijuana, cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, methamphetamines, and other dangerous and illegal substances, we stop them at the border.
When criminals try to take weapons and illicit currency out of our country to benefit drug cartels and terrorist groups, we are there to break the cycle of violence.
When criminals and terrorists try to flee the country, we stop them and help bring them to justice.
When emergency situations arise, we are there to protect our ports of entry and our border.
We gather and analyze intelligence to disrupt worldwide networks of terror, connecting the dots that link these criminal enterprises.
When a disaster strikes, we are among the first to respond, rescuing victims and offering assistance and comfort to those in need. We are CBP Field Operations, and we are there.
Every day on the front line, the highly trained men and women of CBP Field Operations serve with professionalism and unwavering dedication.
We serve with honor throughout the United States and around the world,
protecting the security of our nation and our way of life.
With vigilance, integrity, and service to country.
We are Field Operations.
We are Field Operations.
We are Field Operations.
We are CBP.